Good evening, everyone. Next Generation Weather Forecaster Joe Shack here at StormChaserJS.com. Looking at our late spring, I guess the second and third month of meteorological spring, April and May, and then also a look at my summer forecast. In the next video, probably hopefully by the end of the weekend, we'll also be doing the hurricane season forecast because the season is less than 3 months away and I want to get my ideas out now before other people come on out with their forecast. See which one of us along the lines does better. So anyway, here's the, take a look at some of the models here for the spring and early summer. So here's the Canadian SIPs for the forecast temperatures for the month of April. You can see large scale warmth, precipitation. You can see dry here, some moisture coming up into Texas. Could be some severe weather along with this kind of pattern. I'm a little bit lower confidence though in the Canadian SIPs given it has done actually pretty poorly, I think, with a forecast over the last couple of months. It seems to be too warm, so maybe not as warm, but I think there's good chances it will be warmer than average. But will it be this far above normal? I do not know. And again, there's the precipitation. The month of May, though, I think what will happen is this warmth will be centered further off to the south and east, over the southeast instead of over the plains. But it will be warm across much of the country in the month of May, and even some cooler temperatures back here in the northwest. Now, the precipitation looks like this. Where it is dry, it will be warm. Where it is dry, you will fry. And now, the summer from the Canadian SIPs. These are the 3-month averages. June, July, and August. This is the average temperature over the 3-month period. You can see large-scale warmth across much of the United States. Centered in the plains. That actually looks pretty good, given the fact we'll be going in from an El Niño and La Nina going to an El Nino, not an El Nino going to La Nina. We're going to be going towards an El Nino, I think, by the wintertime. So that actually looks like a pretty good pattern and analog for what we've seen in previous years. Basically, all the research that I have seen so far. So that's what it looks like there for temperatures. And precipitation looks like this. I don't know, maybe hitting at some tropical trouble here on the East Coast. And maybe an active Pacific season, Eastern Pacific. Can't tell, but it's just too far away for the model to really start hinting at anything like that. But overall, again, you can see warm and possibly even dry. And there's the 500 millibar pattern again. Big heat ridge centered over the plains, so that favors warmth and a lot of it. Now here's the NME. That's hard to say. This is something new I've been experimenting with to see how it does along with the other seasonal guidance. But again, for the month of April, you can see here. And I like this cool that it has back here. That's something that the Canadian SIPs, I don't believe, did have. Let me go double check for the month of April. April, yeah, it had it normal. You can see the NMME there has the cooler signal showing up. So I like that, and I like this a little bit better. Here's the precipitation. You can see, I don't know, maybe there'll be a little bit more wetness with the severe weather that I think will be getting going down here with the overall pattern. This may be a little bit too dry in my opinion. The month of May looks like this. Again, pretty similar to the Canadian SIPs and the CFS. Precipitation in the month of May looks like this. Then the summer, again, large-scale heat. I like that pretty much. I think that's going to fit out pretty well. Precipitation, again, it's just like too hard to see these small-scale features. But again, maybe tropical activity off the East Coast with the higher precipitation anomalies being shown up there. Now, this is new. This is something I haven't put in my videos at all because I didn't know where the link was for and I couldn't find the data. But now that I have it, you're going to start seeing this come up a lot more. And this is the JMA. Holy smokes, the JMA gets now in my videos. I know Joe Bastardo uses it in his. Now that I know where to get the data from, you'll be seeing it on my stuff as well. Now, this is an interesting format that is used because it's based in Tokyo. So in order for you to see the U.S., I'd have to turn the camera upside down, and then the color bars would be upside down. So I'm going to have to highlight to you where the United States is. So this is the temperature forecast for the month of, what is this, April? Yeah, the month of April. Now, this is the 500 millibar, the 850s, and then the pressure. The United States is right here. You can see, I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit better here on the camera. I don't know if this will work. But right here I have my mouse. You can see there's Florida, and here's the U.S. right in through here. So basically, tilting my head sideways, I could see that at 500 millibars, there's a trough over the northern part of the United States, which actually fits the European weeklies quite nicely, by the way. That's in line with the European weeklies, which are also cool in the month of May, northern part of the United States. And then here's the 850s, cool, and then here's the pressures. You can see higher pressures feeding in cold into the northern part of the United States in the month of April. So again, that's the forecast for the month of April from the JMA. The month of May looks like this. Looks like it's starting to see the ridge off the south here. Still a little bit of cool signal here in the northeast. Hopefully that we have a warmer than average May than what the model sees. You can see what it looks like here. This is the 850s. You can see the cool signal showing up in the northern U.S., southern Canada, and the pressures similar to that as well. Now, here's a summer from the JMA, and this I like pretty much too. Now, let me get my bearings once again, and it shows a nice big heat ridge over the United States, North America, which is right here. Again, here is the state of Florida. Let me zoom in a little bit on that for you right there. Right where my mouse is, that's Florida, and then here's the lower 48 right here, so that is a nice heat ridge. 850s look like this. Again, the heat centered over the southeastern part of the United States. And here is the pressure level. You can see, this looks interesting actually here for the Pacific. This signals a active Pacific season more than an Atlantic. So that's something to note when I do my hurricane forecast. I'll try to get a closer-in shot of this so we can see what's going on in the tropics a little bit more. But again, this was mainly for the temperatures and precipitation across the lower 48 when I was doing this. And then here's a quick look here at some of the European data. Not all of it I was able to access. For some reason, the file is corrupt or something. I'm not sure what it is, but this is from weather.us. This is for the month of April. Yes, April 2018. These are the surface temperatures from the model, and you can see cool here. Actually, this looks pretty similar to the NNME there. Cool northwest and then warm elsewhere. Month of May, this is actually the precipitation for the month of April. You can see what the wet anomalies are, and then the dry, and then the month of May. That's not the month of May. I guess I didn't put the month of May in, but the month of May was also warm on the European seasonal. Now, here's my official summer forecast for the region, the Northeast, at least June through August of this upcoming year that we're in now. You can see 1 to 2 C above normal for the temperatures, and I think will be equal chances of precipitation, so I didn't bother to do a precipitation map since all you would see is EC. But the temperatures, again, warmer than average summer, I think, over the northeastern part of the United States. 1 to 2 C above normal, so that's about almost 2 to 2.5 degrees above normal. So I think there'll be some pretty hot weather. There'll be some pretty normal temperatures, and overall, a pretty nice summer if you like warmer than normal temperatures. That's it for now, and hopefully later on this weekend, I will be able to get my hurricane season forecast out as well. That's it for now, and thank you for watching.